Hello and a warm welcome. So we've got a lovely hour ahead with Pink Frog. Some really nice projects as well with this, because obviously Pink Frog known for their cardstock, but we've got the albums and we're going to be showing you how to make the memory folios throughout the hour. Now we've got our resident expert as well, the lovely Dawn. Hello, Dawn.
Good afternoon.
Looking very glam.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you look like you could be a Charlie's Angel.
Oh, I don't know about that. It was an early start this morning.
Other shows are available. No, it's lovely to see you, Dawn. I'm saying it's been a little while since we got to work with each other.
It has, yes.
Kind of keep missing each other because you're here.
I know, yes, because I'm here most months. So,
yeah,
but yes,
lovely to
we've just
see
been
you.
passing ships.
And nice Christmas.
A lovely Christmas. Yes, very quiet, just the family, but yes.
A lot of people are saying
enjoyable.
We had a nice quiet one as well.
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about the memory folios. I'm just going to jump ahead and just pick one up to give you an idea of the concept. Now we have got two different colorways. I've just picked up the white and the blue in here, but tell you what, this is where it gets exciting. So the different folds and techniques, this is what Dawn's going to be sharing with you. Now this is very large, so what I'll do is I'll let Dawn open it up and showcase it properly when we go to demonstration. But we have got the two color variants. So we'll start with our green, red and white. So 12 by 12 as well, it's a nice size to work with.
It is. I'm a scrapbooker, so that is what I potentially do, is more sort of 12 by 12. But it's nice because where sometimes with mini albums, you can't get all those 6 by 4 photos in. So 12 by 12 is a good size because you can get at least 4 6 by 4 photos on one page with all your decoration going around it.
It is a very good size. $26.49 is your price. You're going to get 60 sheets in total. You're going to get 30 of the white, 15 of each colour, and it is a true white, a true red and a true green from Pink Frog. And they say Pink Frog, the minute you say Pink Frog, you know the quality that you're going to be getting there. Let me just pick up one of the red. Well, so this is the kind of thing we could be making. That's just featuring the red and the white. And how many sheets would it take to, say, do something like this? So
to actually make the main album at the back, you're looking at 11 sheets.
Yeah.
And then obviously we've decorated this with the white, so you can ink on it and do lots of techniques. And you're going to need about 15. Okay. So we've given you plenty of cardstock. Well, you're not going to be short of cardstock there. You're not.
But that as a basis, then, you know, as a blank canvas to then start decorating. When you think about your papers that you have, pictures, ephemera, adding little pockets, we can do so much to this.
Exactly. It goes from a beginner, which is what it's all about. I've just sort of designed it so a beginner can really enjoy it, right through to the seasoned crafters out there. I had a lovely message this week from a lady that purchased these and also the tutorial, and she said as a seasoned album maker she could see the possibilities of where this is going to take her, which is fantastic.
We get full instructions as well, so we get score lines and breaks it down.
Yeah, you get written instructions and you get your cutting and scoring guide actually in the kit as well.
Cool. $26.49 is your price. If you do want to go for this option, $757.396. Now, if you wanted to go for the blue and white, we've got that as a separate option for you as well. You're getting 30 of each colour here, so 30 of the true blue, 30 of the true white, 60 sheets in total, 413596, your item number there. $26.49 is your price. Again, this is one of the shows where I feel the best way to really showcase what we're working with is to see it in action rather than we talk about it. So we're going to head to Dawn and start having a play. What we're going to do,
Okay, well, first of all, I thought, shall I walk you through?
Yes.
So you can see it properly.
Please do.
So I've got a couple here. You'd have noticed we had the offcuts on the show.
And they were very busy, and we have got those. We're going to get to those in a while, but we're showing some more actually on the show.
And it's nice because I've been able to use these offcuts for the extra decoration on the albums. But let's have a quick walk through because there is a lot in here. You've obviously you've got a nice spine on there as well. But when you open a folio up, this is what a folio does. It opens out. So on this side, straight away, you can see you can put your 4 photographs. But I'm going to just slide this up because this then opens out.
Oh, that's nice.
And this then opens out. So straight away, you've got more space for your photographs.
Lots of space.
This little flap at the side, again, you've got both ways. You can have your landscape pictures or your portrait. I've added little pockets behind using that extra cut-offs that we've got. It opens again. More space for photos, but you've still got spaces to put your ink in. Let me slide it along a little bit more. Do your stamping and colouring. We've got a lovely big pocket. The pocket goes right the way down to the bottom. So you can add an extra large photo mat. You can use that for your ephemera, tickets, memorabilia, birth certificates, anything you like.
Getting those pictures off your phones and actually displaying them in the folio, and I like having those those little pockets of interest in there too. The larger flap, having those large flaps make a big difference too, because you can add those pictures. Yeah, I do like those, yeah.
So on this side, again, we've got, you can do portrait, landscape, photographs, and we've got another big pocket, but this time going the other way around. Yeah. But don't forget, you can put photographs behind where your pocket is as well, you know, using every element of the folio. And then if I slide it across again, even more space for photographs, and then you've got the waterfall effect.
Oh, nice.
Now, obviously, with the waterfall effect, normally we have it in a long row, and you go, you can do it either the landscape or the portrait. But here, I've done a mix of both. And why not? You know, this is where you can make this your own. We're not taking the creativity away from you.
Do you tend to find, and within this, we've got instructions to do what you're showing right there?
Yes.
Brilliant. Okay, so what you've just seen right there is effectively what you can make from the bundles that we're showing you, that sort of blank canvas for you to obviously then decorate and make it your own. You can add your own papers, your own ephemera, your own style and feel. Do you tend to find, Dawn, being such a talented crafter, friends and family will say, can you make me one?
Oh, yes.
So, and this is what you'll find.
And also, I give them a lot of gifts.
Perfect gifts.
You know,
I mean, I would love that as a gift.
Perfect for gifts. Yeah. You know, when my mum was around, you know, any birthday, anniversary, anything, I'd always send a mini book. Yeah. And then I'd have her on the phone in tears saying, you've done it again, haven't you? You know.
When we worked with each other last, you used old pictures of your parents when they got married. I remember it.
Yes.
And that's the thing, is gifts, seriously, as crafters, and this is what we do, this is our wheelhouse, being able to create that memory folio and then taking pictures and putting pictures, so friends, family, loved ones, those special moments, and gifting those, incredible.
But the thing is as well, I mean, we've done this sort of as a festive scene with like Christmas, you know, in our minds. We've all had Christmas and enjoyed it. But don't forget that the photos of today are the photos of tomorrow. So get your photographs printed out. Get them put in here, document who those people are. I bet all of you at home have got old pictures of family members and you think, well, who are they standing with and who's that person? Yeah. We don't know. So, you know, take the photographs, documentate, get it down.
See, that's a really good thing to do. I'd like a picture of the team, because I can imagine in 15 years' time, see a picture of me standing next to producer Kim saying, who's that? Who was that? Can't remember who that I was working with.
This is it. I bet, you know, school photographs, I found some, my mum did when I was in the infant school. Yeah. And on the back, she'd written everybody's name, thankfully.
That is a really good thing to do.
But there are a lot of photos that I haven't. Yeah. So this is why it's so important, I think. Nice. To sort of pass that on to future generations.
I totally agree. By the way, I was only kidding. I would never forget producer Kim. She's awesome. OK, now, I think we're actually going to have a play with the blue and white just to see that in action.
Well, I'm going to make a red one up. Is that OK?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah? Whichever you've got set. Yeah. Just to see the principle. Now, if you do have any questions, please get in touch, studio@thecraftstore.com. Dawn is an incredible crafter, and I think we feel so privileged to have. This is why I love working at the craft store. I mean, the calibre of crafters that we're able to showcase and present to you. Oh, by the way, speaking of showcasing and presenting, we have got a couple of other options. I know you saw the red, green and white and the blue and white. Take a look at this. So these weren't actually available in the previous hour. They were saved for this hour. So if you do want to go for the true black and the true white, that's a solid combination. 30 of each, $26.49 is your price there, $177.925. So exact same principle, you're just playing with different colours here, and the white and black, you will never regret that as a colour combo. And then finally, we've got the true brown and the true ivory, which is nice because it's got that kind of sepia feel to it. 429219, your item number there. Again, 30 of each colour, $26.49. Now, if you do want to stick your pictures in, Pink Frog are bringing us a very, very good photo glue. So this is designed for your photos. I've got to tell you, we are limited stock, and once it's gone, there is... Oh, We are limited stock. We are limited stock. Sorry, we've just gone limited. Now, there's no more of this. Once it's gone, it's gone. And Dawn, this is designed specifically for photos.
It is. Well, not just photos.
Yeah.
Yes, you can use it on your photos, but you can use it on other things as well, like your newspaper cuttings, mulberry paper for crafting, paper crafting as well. It's very good for vellum. It's very good for. But the nice thing is, it's repositionable, so you can use it. Move photos around and have a look
damage
underneath.
those photos too.
And it will not damage those photos too. And I'm just looking for my box. Here we go. Look. Shall I show you quickly?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. So straight away you can do your paper cuttings. Just going back, I know I keep bringing it out, this photo of me that my mum did, but look how the sellotape has damaged the paper
So wait, you're in the
cutting.
papers there?
Yes, when I was little.
But what for? What does it say?
I was only the flower girl at the local village fete, nothing...
Well, look, proud
nothing
mum.
big.
That's a lovely picture. You can actually see it.
I know, but what I wanted to show was the fact that this is what we mean by acid and lignin free.
Yeah.
By having acid and lignin free, where I've stuck my grandparents' paper cutting in, that's stuck down. You can't see the glue, but that's preserved correctly. So that isn't going to go yellow like this is.
See,
that's the nice thing about it,
And especially with old clippings like that or old pictures that you really treasure and they're basically one-offs. I'm just going to show you, so you're going to get 3, got them here, for, I mean, $11.97, designed to have that archival element. So acid and lignin free, they're $11.97 your price. Single figures, once it's gone, like that. Back to Dawn.
Back to me, right. Shall I just show you quickly what it's like?
Yeah, please do.
Unlike your silicone glue, with your silicone glue, we tell you to get all the air out the tube and bring it to the top. You don't do this with your photo glue. Your photo glue is runnier. Okay. So let me look at this picture here. This is of my grandfather and my auntie.
That's a lovely
You can
picture.
see how old it is and wrinkled. But I've stuck this down with photo glue.
Okay.
So I'm not worried because if I want to take it off and move it elsewhere, I can.
How long have that been stuck down for?
That's been stuck down for a couple of months.
What, months?
Months.
So you're going to say a couple of minutes?
No, and then of course you can just rub the glue away.
Yeah.
I haven't damaged the photo any further, the wrinkles it's already got on.
Yeah.
But to re-stick it down, get my photo glue. Now this is quite runny compared to other glues, so don't be frightened. But I'm just going to put a bead of glue all the way around.
You're saying those wrinkles were already there?
Yes, this is an old photograph.
Okay.
A very old photograph. But this is where I have the confidence when archiving family photographs, they're not going to get damaged any further.
What a lovely picture. That's your grandparents, you said?
That's my grandfather and my auntie.
That's a lovely, lovely picture.
Yes, who are no longer with us, but it just shows that I can preserve this now for the next generations coming up.
See, now that's so important. You know those pictures that you might have, sort of memory pictures that you've got somewhere in a memory chest or a drawer or a folder, being able to put them something, but this is the important bit with the glue and it's about to go, the fact that it's not going to damage the pictures and it's repositionable. I was so impressed by that when Dawn just peeled it back. So if you did want to say, move it in, move it across or add more pictures, you're able to do that. Glue is about to go. We have got queues on our phone lines. $11.97 is your price. You're getting all 3. Once it's gone, it's gone. 272177, your item number, and the glue has just technically sold out. So if it is in your basket, please make sure to check out any bounce back. I will tell you. We're going to head back to Dawn and we're going to have a look now at our red, green and white.
Yes, but basically what I'm showing you here, the principle is the same with any of the colour combinations that you've got. So in this morning's show you saw me add the main spine to our book. And then from there, I've added our 2 side spines. Okay. But don't worry about this because what I've given you is your cutting and scoring guide for both your base paper or your card and I've got the second layer, which is the white card, so I can do my stamping techniques and all those beautiful things. But I've also put it down as pattern paper. So if you want to use your pattern paper, like we had a Graphic 45 show on earlier today, you can do. So you've got the option. And if you were to choose to add pattern paper, you could technically, out of this, if you went straight in with pattern paper, I've got one here. That is just the base card with pattern paper.
Oh, that's pretty.
This way, you would get 4 of your albums out of your kit.
Ooh.
So this is why I say sort of 2 to 4, because it depends how frugal you want to be.
Now, okay, think about the papers you have in your stash, being able to make 4 of the memory folios, and these are incredible memory folios for that price, $26.49. Interesting enough, we've actually got the details for the brown, the true brown and ivory, and that's getting very popular. I think that brown and ivory together as a combination, that's classic.
Brown and ivory is a lovely combination. I bought it to you before, and it's a bit of a softer look than the black and white. It's not as harsh, and it's got that more vintage look. But you see, your brown and ivories are going to go really well with your blues as well, and your creams. So, you know, this is it. There's lots of colours out there now. We're bringing you. I mean, it's frightening, really. We're bringing you all the colours, but you've got the confidence of knowing with these memory folios, you've got acid and lignin-free cardstock, which is really important, because this is going to preserve your pictures. So your paper cuttings won't look like mine in years to come. They'll look nice and fresh.
That's very important. I've got to tell you, with regard to the brown and ivory, so the true brown and true ivory, we didn't actually have this earlier on, so this is the first time we're bringing it to you, and 40% of the stock has gone there. 429219, your item number.
Right, so I'm just literally, you've got your written instructions, and it is as easy as it is. So I've just put my EVA glue on. I'm using my EVA glue again because it's acid and lignin free. So this allows me to have the confidence of I've got the correct paper, the correct glue, everything will be preserved.
The EVA glue, and there are so many virtues to the EVA, it's effectively a bookbinding glue. It's a thicker constitution to traditional glues. It has got that archival element to it. It sticks a multitude of things, and the best part of it is, the older it gets, it doesn't get brittle. So what happens, you still got that flexibility.
You have, but the nice thing about it is, I'm doing, this is what I call the foundations. This is like building a house. So this is your foundations. This is going to make everything last. Now the EVA glue now comes in the bottle with the twisty top. Please don't be tempted when you're constructing these albums to think, I don't need those fine nozzle bottles. I'll just go with the glue straight from the twisty top. Please don't. You've seen how much glue I've actually put on. You don't put a lot of glue on at all. So if you watch, I'm going to add this pocket here, and I'm just using the fine nozzle again. And you don't need to have masses of glue. I found with using the EVA, I'm not using as much glue. You don't need to, because too much glue, it just goes bobbly.
So the EVA will come with the fine nozzle top to it, but equally, if you do want to add more pots, we have got a selection of those for $13.99 on your screen, 603-282. These are your non-clog bottles there, which are just invaluable. And we actually found, because we didn't have these earlier on to show you, but you know, with the true brown and true ivory option, we've got that here. So if you do want to go for that option, those are the instructions that Dawn was just mentioning to you. So you're getting your full instructions, your cutting guide and your instructions, and then look at that as a colour combo. That beautiful, and you're absolutely right, Dawn, it is a softer option as opposed to the white and the black. So you've got wonderful ivory and then the true brown, and you're getting an awful lot. There's 60 sheets in total, and we're actually at 60% of the stock for this option. Nice symmetry. And
you've got all your instructions, everything is in there exactly the same.
Cool.
So I've opened my folio, I've got my big pack pocket, you know, the one we saw, that goes right the way down to the bottom. So I'm not going to stick the sides down because I haven't stuck my papers on for decoration yet. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I've stuck the side flap on. So now let's come to the next part of this, which is another flap. Again, you've got all your cutting and scoring guides in here, so you haven't got to worry about it at all. So let's get this glued up.
So this is what makes sort of the folios and albums and journaling interesting, is when you do add those sort of elements of interest, so decorative flaps, pockets, all those sort of aspects.
This is it, and I think it's nice, you know, I mean, I've recently have lost both my parents, and you get that shoebox with memorabilia, don't you? And this is a nice way to have it all stored and all in one place.
Yeah,
so
true.
it's all together. It's not just in a shoebox. It
people
deserves
see it.
to be more than in a shoebox, doesn't it?
And do you tend to find when people come, you get to enjoy it and sort of have a reminisce, but also when friends and family come round, it's being able to pull them out and just go back over memories and talking about pictures. Do you remember this summer in whenever we were here?
It's funny you saying that because next week, fingers crossed, my sister's coming up to visit me from Devon, and she hasn't seen what I've done so far, only what she's seen here on the TV. So it's going to be nice when she comes because I can get those albums out that I've done so far. I've done my mum so far from when she was born right up to when she just met my dad.
Oh, that's lovely.
So I've got all the photos in order, all the documenting down, so it's all in one place. So it's going to be a real joy to look through them.
Because, you know, there's that old saying that at the end of our journeys, you look back, people never regret making memories. You can say, you don't sit there thinking, oh, I wish I'd made more money, but you think memories, and that's the key, I think, in life, is having more memories. So being able to just reminisce and store those memories. We stumbled across some old, when my wife was younger, her dad took some old video footage of like the family, her and her brother and sister playing in the garden, so we were watching that over Christmas. But it's that ability to reminisce, and that's what I love about the memory folio.
It is, and the thing is, it's keeping those memories alive, isn't it? Because they are so easily lost, you know. And we were talking earlier about making these for people. The best gift you can give someone is your time, and when you're making these, you're giving someone your time. You've put your love into it when you're passing it on as a gift. Yeah.
Oh, do you know, Elaine's emailed in. I think she kind of sums up why I love the memory folios. She said that she's made how many of these? 6.
She's made 6.
6.
Oh, wow.
Well, she said she thoroughly enjoys them, and she's used them to showcase photos that are like 100 years old, which is incredible.
Wow.
Lane, that's amazing. I don't want to push it because I appreciate you emailing in, but do you have any photos you could share? Don't worry if not, but it'll be lovely to see. But it's nice hearing the team talking about like sharing those memories. It could be of families, you know, family. Also experiences. Like Holly, our director, was saying she went to go see a stage show and it's a favourite. She's actually been 7 times to see it. That was Magic Mike, but other shows are available. But she was saying, like, you know, when you go to see your favourite show or something like that, it's being able to document. You could put your ticket stubs in there. She had pictures with the cast as well.
This is it. It is about keeping it, as you say, keeping those memories going. And this is it. The nice thing about the folios, I think, as well, is because they're like a book on a bookcase, you can, you know, down the spine, you could put a holiday. You know, could put, like we've put on these, Christmas 2001. You know, this is it. You can personalise them to what you want them to be. They could be, you know, your child's first year, and you could do each year that they're coming up. And I know we've done this sort of festive with the red and the green, and we've got the blue and the white, but these can go throughout the year. This could be your favourite colours of your football team or your grandson's football team, or, you know, and they could put, as you say, their tickets in there and photos of when they've been to see the match, or even just watching it at home on the TV. These are all memories, aren't they?
Once you've made it, and that's the real key, you're learning a real skill here. So when you have made them, there's nothing to stop you making as many of these as you like. You will be warned, and this is a big warning.
Yes.
You start making these, people, friends and family are going to say, could you make one? But they are great gifts.
But also, I think Elaine will probably agree with me that they should come with a warning.
Yeah.
They are very addictive.
Do you know, if you're going to be addicted to something, I think this is a good addiction to have. Well,
the thing is, when I designed them, I wanted them to be, you know, for a beginner crafter right through to a seasoned crafter. That was my aim. And hearing people that get in touch with me through social media, it seems to have worked, and that's what gives me joy, because
and you can see it actually hearing you talk about it.
And it's nice because they are addictive, because it doesn't take too long to put one together. That's the nice thing about it. You know, this is why I think they can be so addictive, because they don't take weeks. You know, you can do it in an afternoon, probably less.
You're seeing it here, and just to recap for anyone who's just tuned in, Dawn, can you just talk us through what you've done right now with the red and white? So, I mean, very simple.
Yeah, so let me just put my lid on my glue.
Yeah.
So we looked at the album as we started. So if I close this up, this is the start of our album.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've worked on everything on the left-hand side. So as we open this up, so we've got this area here. So I've got already, I've put places for putting photographs. So already it all starts to come together. And this is why, with the video that I've done, I've said, do your cutting and your scoring first, because it is quicker to come together. So you're going to put photographs on here. You can put photographs on here. And on here, 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 here. It just keeps giving. And then as you open it up, you've got more space here, and then you've got this big pocket that we haven't stuck down yet, because I want to decorate the backs of the pockets as well. But this is where this morning, and you'll see from the finished ones that I've done, by using those offcuts in addition to your albums, it means I haven't got to cut in to another 12 by 12 piece to do extra matting and layering. This was a trick I showed you this morning.
Now, speaking of offcuts, we're just about to share those with you, so do stick around, because we've got offcuts, and we've got offcuts we didn't show earlier on as well, so do stick around for that. The offcuts have been amazing.
Been
very popular.
And not just there, with the stamps that we've got, a lot of you have got the Pink Frog stamps already. I wanted to put Christmas memories, but I wanted it in the same font. Don't be afraid to stamp out other words. And I've actually cut the letters out to make memories, and I've done that on those offcuts.
Oh, that's
By
nice.
using those offcuts, I've been able to do that. I've been able to matte and layer the little banners on here as well. So it is about using what, you know, get your hands on those offcuts, because they are going to be invaluable, really.
That's really nicely done. Now, we were speaking about the offcuts. We're just going to share those with you. If you do want to go for your blue and white offcuts, the perfect accompaniment if you have gone for the blue and white option with regard to your memory folios. So you are saving an enormous £15.50. £11.99 is your price. You are going to get 2 kilograms of offcuts. So they are 290 GSM, so 80 I say to 290 GSM. Really, really good weight. You're seeing that here, and 2/3 of the stock has gone. Oh, I mean, that is, yeah, you're getting an awful lot there. 2 kilograms worth of offcuts just waiting to be used. And I think Dawn really touched on the most salient point here. If you have gone for one, I know how many of you are going for our memory folios. If you do want to get that sort of matte and layer effect, but not chop into any of your 12 by 12s, offcuts is the most cost-effective way to do that. 555318, your item number there. Now, we are approaching 70% of the stock for the blue and white. A lot of you are going for that. We've got more offcuts for you. This is your red and your green. Again, you are going to be getting 2 kilograms. And yeah, it's always good when we're not giving you actual number of sheets, we're giving you a weight. That's how much you're getting. 2 kilograms. I've got to stress, acid and lignin free as well. 290 GSM here for your red and green. Good quality. 70% of the stock's gone. 772894, your item number there. So I say good weight, 290 GSM. 772894, item number. I'm just going to pick this up, give it a little bit of a... No, there you go. You can hear, and good weight at 290 GSM, but just perfect in that true, we put those together, the true red and the green. But don't, because you're getting so much here, I'd be using this to die cut, I'd be using it in my card making, obviously your albums, your scrapbooking, your memory folios, your tags. So if you have any tag dies, how incredible would that be? Okay, so that's your red and your green option, 772894. And then over here, oh, I've just got to, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I wanted to mention the Scotch tape, because this is another item that you really are shopping ahead for. So let me, there we go. So this is your Scotch tape. We know the quality that the Scotch tape brand bring you. So a removable tape, low-tack tape. $14.99 is your price. You're going to get 2 of these removable Scotch tapes. And on each one, well, no, total, sorry, you're getting 65.8 meters. 65.8 meters. So an awful lot there. 999217, your item number. All right, now we have got some watercolor cardstock for you. Let's just have a look here. So beautiful watercolor cardstock. You're getting an awful lot for your money $10.99 for 200 sheets. 280 GSM, so I mean a great size as well. When you think about this, just to get going, literally for that as a topper, stamping on it, watercolor away. If you've got, can you imagine like a beautiful flower? Gentle watercolor, just done. $10.99 is your price, saving £9, 305 695, your item number there. Okay, I know like Matthew Palmer likes to work on a smaller scale. If you see Matthew Palmer doing any of his techniques, he'll just could use some of the Scotch tape, put it onto a board and then start going. Okay, we're going to head back to Dawn now and continue the fun. What are we going to do, Dawn?
Well, just talking about the watercolour card, can I just show you this quickly?
Please do.
So this is using the watercolour card. This is the larger size I've used here. But the size you've got there, the A6, will work really well on the 6-inch memory books. So I've just used it on this memory book. I've done the shaving foam technique here
that's nice.
with the pearly winks.
That's beautiful.
So that's the cover I've used there. But throughout here, I've just actually done watery inky techniques. This is all on watercolour card because watercolour card is also acid and lignin free. So you can use it. So this is where you can incorporate it with your memory books as well.
Lovely. We have got some more watercolour cardstock as well. If you want to work on a slightly larger scale, we'll bring up the details. So, I mean that, A3, $12.99. You're getting 20 sheets, or you can just cut straight down the middle, and that's 40 sheets of watercolour cardstock, really good quality from Pink Frog. That price is incredible. Look at the saving, £17 saving there. So I'm very impressed by that, actually. Even if you wanted, if you have, and just going back to Matthew Palmer, that's a picture in itself. So done, you can mount that up. So if you wanted to, that's 20 pictures with your watercolour cardstock, or you can just trim it down to A4, A5, the choice is yours. 833-805, your item number. Now, the brown and white, no, it's brown and ivory, apologies, memory book, the option there, that is officially limited stock. We've got less than 10% of the stock remaining. I know that Dawn was really championing this colour combo, and she's absolutely right. It's got a softness to it and a real vintage vibe. So I'm not surprised it has been busy. You weren't able to buy this earlier on. This is the first hour we've offered it to you, and it's absolutely flown. So it looks like it's going to be selling out. 429-219, your item number. We have got queues on the phone lines. The fast way to shop is on our website or using the Craft Store app. Apologies, Dawn. Let's get cracking.
That's absolutely fine. I thought I'd jump in quickly with the memory books as we were just talking about them. You've got the 8-inch version, which is this size, and then you've also got the 6-inch, which is this size. So that's sort of looking at them together as they are. Yeah. Again, in your kit, you're going to have enough to make 4 of these, right? And you're going to have enough to make 2 in the blue and 2 in the white. So you're going to have in your 6-inch one, you're going to have enough cardstock to do 4 of these, 2 blue, 2 white, and in the 8-inch exactly the same. Okay. And you also get your cutting and scoring guides and your written instructions as well. Okay. So we haven't left you high and dry. You've got everything you absolutely need in there. So the concept of these is going to be the same. So I've just got the 6-inch here. When you get your kit, you've got your cardstock. This is all from Pink Frog. So you've got your 15 by 30 cardstock here. Yeah. And again, I wanted to make this as simple as possible for people to do. And this is why they are quick and very addictive to do. So to actually make the hinge, we're going to use one of the card blanks. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut 3 pieces. I'm not going to bother giving you measurements because you're going to get them all in your instructions when you get home. So you're going to cut your 3 hinges, and of course you haven't, all you've got to worry about is one measurement, because the actual card, that is all going to work. If you just bear with me, just follow me. Just follow me. So that is my hinge cut. So I'm going to bring my scoreboard in, and I'm just going to do my score lines. Again, it's all on your instructions. You haven't got to worry at all. Okay. If you are a person that perhaps doesn't like written instructions, have no fear either. I have done an online video tutorial on my website as well for a small fee, and the videos are broken down into baby steps I do it with you in real time.
Yeah.
So all you'll see on the video is my hands on the desk. You don't see me.
Okay.
And it's all done in real time. And the nice thing about it is once you've purchased it, you can watch it as many times as you like. It is there in your account for life. So
Cool.
yeah, you haven't got to worry about it.
Nice.
Now the pages for your album, you are also going to cut out, or not cut, score from your card blanks.
Yeah,
There's no
okay.
cutting.
Brilliant.
No cutting. The only cutting you're going to do is your covers.
Yeah.
And your little bit for your hinges. So each of your pages is going to be the same, and you're going to make 8 of these.
Okay.
So you're just going to fold the score lines, and I'm going to be in your ear. Burnish, burnish, burnish to get
Always
those
burnish.
nice crisp lines. And look, no cracking. You
That's
get
nice.
crisp lines every time. It's the quality of the card.
Yeah, like that.
So let me bring up, I've started on a hinge here, just for speeding things up. So I've got my 3 hinges here that I've already scored. And then I'm going in with red liner tape for the hinge, Yiannis.
Okay.
I'm using the 12mm for the hinge. And the nice thing about the bundle we've got here from Pink Frog, having all the 4 sizes, to make these memory books, you're going to use them all.
Yeah.
So they're a great addition, definitely.
Nice. Now, I've just got to tell you, the brown and ivory option for the memory folios, they're about to go. So we are limited stock there, and it is about to go. So it's going to be a fast fingers first. We've got 5-minute queues on our phone lines. If you can order, I would order online or using the app. I'm sorry, I know not everyone can use the app, or you do prefer to speak to the call centre, it's absolutely fine. We're going to try and get through to you as soon as possible, but it looks like the brown and ivory option is going to go very, very shortly. I'll let you know when it does.
So with your hinge, what you're going to do is you're just going to put some red liner tape on the 2 smallest pieces.
Okay.
Okay, and not on your large one. And when you put your red liner tape on, I don't know whether you can see there, this side here I've actually burnished. You can see it looks darker. And I like to burnish the red liner tape. Can you see the difference?
Such a good tip. And okay, you've just reminded me, because I was saying yesterday to a guest, said with regard to red liner tape, burnish it, it makes it so much easier to peel off. And I couldn't remember who told me the tip. It was you.
Yes.
Yes.
Burnish your red liner tape. It's easier to come off. And also what you're doing is your red liner tape, obviously the outer coating isn't acid lignin free. You're not leaving that in your books. That doesn't matter. The glue inside is.
Yeah.
And what you're doing is you're pushing the glue into the fibres of your paper.
Okay.
So it's sort of a double edge, if you like. So to make the hinge, this is a counterlever hinge. So when I talk about a counterlever hinge, it's stacking the deck, so to say, but I do it as a counterlever so it folds flat. Okay, so as you look at the pages, you're not propping pieces up.
And this is your twist on memory
on
albums.
a hinge,
yeah,
yes.
On a hinge, yeah.
And also the other thing about this is the memory books, if you want to post them, you're probably thinking, well, hang on, Dawn, I've got that big spine there. The nice thing about the hinge system is you can slide it to one side and make it slimmer. And you're not damaging the book at all.
That's clever. That's very clever.
So if you want to post to loved ones,
You can.
go away, just post away. It's just lovely. So back in with the EVA now. And we're stacking the hinge, or stacking the deck, stack the hinge. So again, not too much glue, you don't need to with the EVA. And for your first one, you're going to bring it just a little bit away from the edge. So you've just got that little bit of wiggle room right at the beginning. Then when you're happy with where it is, give that a good burnish. This is the foundations. I know I keep talking about it, but it is just so important. So this is going to go underneath and attach the spine, and this is going to hold your pages to start with. So now let's stick the last one on. Okay, so we're going to pop that on there.
Yeah.
And that's as easy as the hinge is. And the fact that we're actually using the card blank, and because the pages are the size of the card blank, it takes that guesswork out. It just makes it so much easier, and that's what it's all about. So now let me bring up the cover, and I'll just attach a couple of pages then to show how it's done. So I've got all my pages here ready.
Yeah.
So I've got my cover, and what you're going to do with your cover, you're going to have A4 in your kit as well. And the A4 is for your covers and also your photo mats to go inside your books. So we thought of everything for you. So I've got my 2 covers cut, done my score lines as per the instructions, and we'll just glue those together.
Lovely.
But you can see how quickly this is coming together. I mean, I had my 7-year-old niece in the summer in the garden making one of these.
Oh, that's a nice thing to do.
And yes, the scoring to start with, she didn't get it quite on the lines, but she stuck with it, and by page 3, she had done it.
Bless her.
The look on her face was a joy.
What's her name?
Her name's Isla.
Isla.
Yes,
well
she
done,
was
Isla.
absolutely delighted. So that's our cover done. That's how quick that is. So now let's attach our hinge to our cover, because this is how quick and easy it is. And what I'm showing you here, this is on the small one, but it's exactly the same on the big one.
On the 8x8, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you the 8x8. I'll add a couple of pages to an 8x8 one as well, just to show you. I'm putting glue on one side. This is going to go onto the back. Don't stick it on your score line, stick it just the side of your score line. You're going to have a little gap top and bottom.
Yeah.
Fold that flat over, and then you can give that a good burnish.
You're the burnish queen.
You are. Well, you need to get that glue into the fibres of the paper. That's what makes it work.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, it's all about having the right products for the job.
Yeah.
Definitely. So again, not too much glue, folding that under and giving that a good burnish. So that is our hinge now attached to our book. Now, how quick was that?
It's super quick.
Doesn't take long at all. And if you have got any glue, just putting my lid on my glue, just good housekeeping.
But very achievable as well, what you're showing here. You know, when you're saying you wanted to make sure that you've covered from absolute beginners all the way through to seasoned crafters, you've covered everyone. Yeah,
it has. And this is the nice thing about it, because we don't want to take people's creativity away. So you've got all your pages. So you'll see that I have scored my pages, and what you're going to do on the smaller side, this is going to be your pocket, which will take your photo mat. Okay, you're going to put your red liner tape again, and you can use either 3mm or 6mm for that. So that's why that red tape bundle is really important as well.
Nice.
Your pocket always goes to your spine. So I'm not sticking my pocket down at the moment, because I might decorate the inside with papers later. So what I do is I lay it on my cover, and you'll see you've got a gap top and bottom, but my page is the same size as my hinge because it's from the same cardstock, so I haven't got to worry, is it in the correct place? So the first thing we're going to do is take the red liner tape off. No, hang on. There we go. Because I didn't quite catch that snip there at the end. So take the red liner tape off, make sure that's exactly where you want it, and just fold that hinge back on itself.
Nice.
Okay. Now, what you can do, you can then put the back one on, or you can go along and do all those the same. The choice is entirely yours. So if you wanted to do all these the same, what you do is you put your pocket side towards your hinge, but you're laying it on top of the page before, so you can see exactly that it's going to fit in the right place again. Butt it up, remove the red liner tape, over it goes. It's just really quick to do.
Nice. Yeah, you can see how quick that is. And ultimately, at the end of it, you're going to have a beautiful album. If you just show the completed one, if that's okay, Dawn.
I've got one here.
Yeah, let's have a look at the 8x8.
I was going to show you about the 8x8 one. So the 8x8, which way do you want me
do
to
on the overhead.
On the overhead, right. So I've got the 8x8 one here, and then what I've done with this is I've made this. This is where your creativity is what you use it for. I've actually stored, you know, we get those Lovely handmade Christmas cards from people.
Everyone's okay, I think just the ladder slipped.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
what about, I keep these in a shoebox. This is another thing I keep in a shoebox.
Nice.
But now, why don't I store them in there?
Yeah.
Then I can look at them if I want to. Because again, people take inspiration from other crafters. And this is the nice thing about it. Rather than being in a shoebox, I can't put these in the bin. They're too nice.
No, of course.
But I can keep these.
Treasure.
And that's the nice thing about it. This could be anything. It could be old recipes, it could be photographs, it could be anything at all.
Love it. And I know that you got, everyone at home is loving it too, because we've got, well, we've had queues on the phone lines. We're very busy for both options. That's your 8x8, $28.99 is your price. You're getting your true blue, your true white. Makes 4 memory albums, 4 8x8 memory albums for $28.99. 989 678, your item number there. We've also got the 6x6 option too. And again, being able to make 4 of your memory albums. And let me just show you here. When we say a memory album, look at this. Lovely opportunity to create. And it is those elements of interest. So now we can start using, you've got your mats for your photos. So you can add photos in there. We can add decorative papers. This is your blank canvas, your project, just screaming for you to have some fun with. And the fact that it can fold flat as well, or flatter, there's a main hinge, and then we can send it like that, is a nice aspect too. $28.49 is your price, $254,239 your item number there. We're going to move to the offcuts, and the offcuts are busy. I mean, really, really busy. So we are approaching limited stock for our blue and white offcuts. You're getting so much here. We're not going to tell you the amount of sheets. We've had to give you the weight. That's how much you are getting. So weight-wise, it will be between 280 and 290 GSM. 2 kilograms of offcuts. 2 kilograms. 555-318, your item number there. And offcuts is the perfect opportunity. If I just pick these up and show you. Look, really nice opportunity to obviously do your matting and layering for your larger projects and your 12x12 albums, and you don't have to, or memory folios I should say, and you don't have to chop into your 12x12s. But equally, look, we can die cut here. Or we can do our mats, our layers, our tags. There is a lot of scope with your offcuts. $11.99 is your price, saving £15.50. 555-318, your item number. We are limited stock, very, very busy for our blue and white. Something else we've been busy for is our Scotch tapes. Let me just share this with you. You're going to get 2 of these Scotch tapes. And an awful lot here. In total, 65.8 meters worth. So 2 removable Scotch tapes. So the brand speaks for itself. So really, really good quality here. 999-217, your item number. $14.99 is your price for the Scotch tape. A lot of you are popping that into your baskets. So with regard to the offcuts, we have got another option with the offcuts as well. This is your red and green. Again, fantastic value for money on with the offcuts. And we know categorically with the offcuts that once they've gone, they've gone. And we are limited stock for our red and green. So again, red and green, and also the white and the blue and white are going to go. With regard to the offcuts, if they've gone, they've gone. I think we have had sellouts with some of these as well. So the brown and ivory sold out, and the black option of the offcut sold out as well. So do not miss out. $11.99 is your price. Phenomenal saving. For 2 kilograms, remember it is acid and ligament free here. $11.99 your price, saving £15.50. 772-894, your item number there. And don't forget, we have got options for some watercolour cardstock as well. So if you want to go for your watercolour cardstock, look at the amount that you are getting here. 200 sheets in total. So what I would do here, actually I'm going to show you. I'm going to have to just take these off. Bear with me. That would be sitting on my desk. So my craft desk, just waiting to go, and then you just peel off. There's a project. Peel off. You want to stamp, done. If you wanted to die cut, done. So and then of course get your watercolor pencils. I like to go for mediums that are water-based, because I feel that gives you a lot of scope with regard to possibilities. Not knocking alcohol markers, it's just something I tend to find. I think it's because it's a little bit more forgiving for me. as a crafter, watercolours, but watercolour pencils, watercolour mediums, and you can achieve such a lovely feel very, very quickly, but you need the right kind of cardstock, and this is good quality watercolour cardstock brought to you by Pink Frog. 305 695, your item number there. Just going to show you some other items that are proving popular. The black and white 12 by 12s. Again, the first time we've seen this, we didn't show them earlier on, so this is the first hour that we brought them to you. $26.49 is your price, 177,925, your item number there. Have we sold out of the brown and the ivory? Not yet. It is holding on. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to go, but we are limited stock with our brown and ivory, and it looks like that will be going shortly. So if you do want to get hold of that, 429,219, your item number, 26.49 is your price. Okay, we've got about 5 minutes, Dawn.
Right, so what I'm going to do is bring in the blue and white book.
Okay.
So I've started this, I've started doing my decoration. You can see where I've used my offcuts to mat the top here and also to mitre around the edge. I haven't used my 12 by 12.
I mean, as a crafter, are you a fan of those offcuts? Because I can see those being very useful.
Yes, yes, I am, because it is a bit criminal to cut into a piece of 12 by 12 sometimes.
When you just need a little bit, yeah.
Yes. So what I'm now looking at is this inside where we've got this pocket page.
Okay.
Okay. This was the one that we attached first of all. So you've got your 2 pieces of cardstock that are going to go on here.
Well, that's very pretty.
Now, when you stick this down, you may say, well, hang on, Dawn, that's the same width as my pocket. I've done it like that because when you stick it down, you've got the border going all the way around anyway. So I'm going to stick this down. I'm going to stick the front one down, and I have used my offcuts through my die cutting machine.
Nice. I say they're perfect die cut.
They are perfect. They are lovely. You know, for making tags, as you saw through the book there. I did that false ribbon on the other book. And I know Heather, who has also helped me make samples for the show, the lovely Heather, she's been an absolute star. She has used them as well, and she said how useful they've been, because she's like me. You don't like to cut into a piece of 12 by 12 if you're...
Speaking of offcuts, the blue and white offcuts are limited stock, and we're actually into single figures now with our blue and white offcuts. They are going to go. If you want to get hold of those, and it's exactly the same for the red and green, limited stock, single figures. Both look like they will be selling out before the end of the show. We'll see. If not before the end of the show, definitely just after. But I think they will be going sooner rather than later. So single figures for both options with regard to the offcuts.
Right, so I've got an offcut here. So I've just put this through my die cutting machine. But you could use your punches. You could use anything you like, really. So again, this is going to make a lovely border.
Yeah, we like that.
So this time I'm going to use my finer nozzle glue bottle, the blue one, just to add the glue for this. So bringing it in again, keeping with that EVA, so we're keeping everything acid and lignin free. But this is the nice thing about it, with these memory folios, just think about all the other things you've got at home in your craft stash. And this one's got clogged up. What's happened here?
Okay.
Hang on, let me just get the pin back in.
Give it a twirl.
That's it. And I'm going to give that a squeeze. That's got it going. There we go. Because I haven't used it today. The finer nozzle one is really good actually for this type of thing. And often if you've got little bits like this, I find just going in with dots rather than a line.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Does help. So the fine nozzle bottles are a real game changer, definitely. Not very easy when it's flapping about, Dawn, but never mind. But no, these have been so useful. And not just thinking about your memory books. I know this is true card, so it's acid and lignin free, but there's nothing stopping you using this for your card making. This is the thing, card making, scrapbooking, memory books, they all go over, don't they? They all cross over, if you like. So we can use them in a variety of ways.
So true blue, true white offcuts have technically sold out, and it looks like the red and green are about to go as well, single figures there. Yeah, so true blue and true white have sold out, so well done to everyone who's got hold of those.
So I'm just going to bring that across there. So doesn't that just finish that across there nicely? I'm just going to bring that down to where I want that. And then if I stamp on this, I can then add this to my page and glue that large pocket down. I'm just putting my lid on my glue. Always remember your housekeeping with your glue. This time of night, when I've been up this early, my eyes aren't working quite as they should, but there we go. Yeah. So I'm just using the VersaFine Clair, and this is the snowflake from one of the Pink Frog stamps. So I think it was the Snow Globe one. Yeah. So I'm just doing first and second generation. I think you get a different look with the ink doing that. But the nice thing with the true cardstock is it does take quite a few mediums, as in you can put a lot of ink on it. You know, you can spray, you can put your Pearly Wink sprays on it. You know, don't be afraid. And the best thing is to have a play. And if you've got those offcuts, what better way to have a play with the, you know, putting mediums on these things.
That's the thing with the offcuts, you won't be precious with them, you know, because you've got so much, 2 kilograms. You're
exactly, you will use them. You will use them. So that is just creating a really quick background, because again, some people are frightened with 12 by 12. It's too big. They're a bit concerned. Well, we don't have to be. So to now attach this to the back of the pocket, and we will now glue this pocket up so everyone knows how to do it.
Got a minute left.
Right, and you'd have noticed over here that I've actually matted the photo mats for this side. I've matted those with the offcuts again. I've done the mitering technique that I did on the 11 o'clock show this morning, so if you missed that, you can go back and watch that, can't you, on catch up. Right. So I'm just bring that in, just so it all matches up. Slide that across just a bit. Just so you know it's matching.
Perfect.
Just give that a
bit of a burnish.
That's it, get that glue dispersed. And then with the flap that you've stuck down, I'm just going to put a bead of glue. Don't go too heavy with the glue going down, because we want to get as much as possible in these pockets.
15 seconds.
There we go. That's done.
Dawn, you're an absolute star. I've loved this hour. Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome.
I think you're fantastic. I really do. I hope you've enjoyed this hour and learnt a lot, and I can't wait to see what you're going to be making.